Bam, bam, biggity bam. What's up, everybody? It's your man, Eddie from EM Performance, and we are back on the grind. And I'm excited that you guys are here with us because, as you all know, we've got another guest tonight. His name is Gabriel, and he has got a pretty nasty Fox body convertible that we're going to get to talk about tonight. What's up, Scotty? We got BQ Fox body. We got Lori. That's right. Thunder. Frank. Yo from Virginia. Drum Stool Box. Rob. Even about his detailing business that he has as well. So we're going to get some really cool stuff out of that as well. So yeah, let's start right from the get-go. How did you get into cars and Mustangs?
I think like everybody, starts with Hot Wheels, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. But growing up, both my uncles had, one of my uncles had 86 Capri, RS 5.0, gray, bubble back. I remember riding around in it all the time. And then my other uncle had a 88 GT red. My parents had an 84 GLX convertible, so that's what I grew up with. So kind of grew up with Fox bodies around, a bunch of my uncles into cars, and then being a young kid, always, watching the car commercials and just anything car related, collectible cars, Hot Wheels, anything, I was there. So, that kind of started the car craze for me. Yeah, and then ended up when I turned 18, started looking for a Fox body. Me and my wife started looking for one. Took about, I want to say 8 months to find the right one. So ended up finding this one right here.
Yeah.
The infamous Audrey. So
Rob asked, when you were looking, were you specifically looking for a convertible?
So actually no, because I was 18 at the time, living with my parents still. Actually wanted either a hatch or coupe just because I knew it'd be parked on the street. And my parents, they had a convertible. Their top was always getting slashed, being parked out on the streets and stuff like that. So I was like,
Yep.
oh, I don't want to deal with that. And then, of course, as I started looking more and more, I noticed the convertibles were a lot cleaner, a lot better price. And so I just like, you know what? Opens up some options. And deep down, I always wanted the convertible anyways. The only thing was
Hell
holding me
yeah.
back was, the parking situation, but we took care of that. So I ended up finding, funny story is, I was out in San Jose with my wife and a friend during the Carol Shelby tribute right after he passed.
Yep.
I didn't even own this car yet, and we were still looking on Craigslist. This one popped up in Sacramento, but I happened to be in San Jose that day. So seen it as soon as I got home, called them. It was sold already. It was listed for $2,500. So it was sold already. So I was like, all right, missed that one. And then about 2 weeks later, it popped up again on Craigslist, but with an email only. So I was like, I don't even know if it's, legit or what's going on. I sent an email, no response. Next day, me and my wife went out to Stockton to look at this other hatchback. Ended up being a bucket. So
Yeah.
I just kind of walked away from it. On the way home, my wife seen it pop up again, this one, and so she sent an email, responded right away. We ended up driving back to Stockton from Sacramento that same night. Bought it on site. Yeah, but I got that $1,000 markup. But I was like, I'm done looking. It's been 8 months. I don't even care.
When you first saw the car, were you like,
Yeah.
because sometimes you see pictures and then you get there and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, see, what really sold me on this one was the interior. The interior was mint, all original black interior. Only issue with the car when I bought it was there was no back window. And when they had folded the top down, it busted. Common problem. And then had a little dent on the driver's side rear quarter panel. Nothing major though. Another thing too, it was salvage title, but that didn't matter to me because I knew I was keeping the car. It's not going anywhere. So that didn't bother me.
A lot of people, when they're looking for cars and stuff, I feel like that scares people sometimes, and it really doesn't have to,
Yeah, it just depends, especially luckily on these cars, you can look for those weak points. And as Jamie's on kid said, Yeah, the ashtray door didn't work when I bought it.
Right. Yep. Yep.
Now it does though. We fixed that. But
That's a
yeah,
common.
yeah. So yeah, definitely. I got the car with 76,000 original miles.
Wow.
AC heater worked. It was AOD. No issues. Ran great. You know, drove it. It was my daily driver for about, I want to say 3 years, three and a half years. Daily
No
driver.
way.
Yeah, no issues with it. It was actually my only car with AC at the time, so I'd take it on trips everywhere. You know.
That's crazy that you
Yeah.
got all that stuff worked out of the gate. Give or take a little dent and that back window, like cosmetic stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, that's like, and the interior was just so mint. And that was my biggest thing too. Is like I know paint and bought, even though the paint had the original paint, still was great minus that little dent.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and then
Wow.
slowly but surely, just started buying parts for it and going wild.
So how long have you had the car for total now?
8 years.
About
Yep.
8 years.
Yeah, my first and only Fox. So
Nice.
yeah,
What a grab, man, for your first one, man.
yeah, definitely. So yeah, she's been with me through everything. So
And she looks amazing, man. So
thank you.
next question for you is what everyone always wants to hear is what have you done to it since you've gotten the car? I know you said it was automatic, but it's not automatic anymore. Tell us
Correct.
all the
Yeah.
details.
All right. So basically, first like modifications I started doing, of course, was exhaust. So we went Bassani X pipe, Bassani mufflers, shorty headers, BBK shorty headers. So just like the little basic stuff. And then ended up going all out. So ended up doing a L&R forged short block, a 308 with forged aluminum pistons and everything. So we went Ford Racing GT40 Turbo Swirl 64cc heads.
Nice.
Yep. E303 cam, and then Cobra upper and lower. I ended up going with those heads because it lowered the compression on the motor to 9-to-1.
Okay.
So I knew I was going to run boost later on. So ended up running it like that, no boost for about 2 years or so. Did the 5-speed conversion to a T5 from AOD. Yeah.
Right.
So then after that, added the Vortec to it. So, you know,
Yeah, I saw that
had to
you
have
had
some
it.
boost.
Yeah, so you had it for a couple years, but you always said I'm 100% at some point gonna get boost. What kind of where does that stem from? Did you know someone that had one? Did you go for a ride in one? Like where'd that come from?
Actually, no, I just knew since before I even bought the Fox, that was my plan, is to have a supercharged Fox. That was, planned since day one. So it's just a matter of funds and time. So yeah,
Sick. So that's
yeah,
pretty solid back there to handle. Well, you got to handle that supercharger and that motor too.
yeah,
I saw
definitely.
I saw most recently, or well, somewhat recently, you upgraded to the TR trans, the TR3550.
Yeah, so I'm this car and me don't get along with transmissions. So I've been through two AODs and four T5s.
Wait,
So
hold on. I don't
yeah,
have my earbuds. You said
yeah,
four?
four. Yeah, four T5s.
What?
So yeah, we haven't got along too well with transmissions. So my buddy T, who was on here the other day, hooked me up with his old TR 3550 center force clutch and everything. So far good. Just trying to get the angle set right now. So getting a little driveline vibrations because I have the Stifler's cross member, and
Yep.
you have to put little shims get it. So I put a shim in there, still vibrating. Put another one that was sitting too high. So just got to play with it a little bit, adjust it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
What is going from a Jamie's Garage TKO 600. And then we had one other question. But before we got to that, just so like as people progress, how is the feel from a T5 to now that transmission? Is there a big feel difference?
One thing I noticed is the T5's a lot smoother. Like it's just easier, go in and out of gears. Definitely with the TR 35, it feels more stout, a lot stiffer.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely more solid for sure, and a lot
Okay.
more peace of mind as well. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's a good question because there's a lot of people out there with the
yeah.
T5s
It
and
it and honestly reminds me of my cousin has an '03 Cobra. It reminds me of the T56, how it's kind of notchy. You
yeah,
have to be real
it's like
precise on where you're going. Yeah, that's exactly how it feels, just minus the sixth gear. So
Gotcha, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha. 88 Junkyard Fox asks, have you ever had your car dynoed since you have a pretty sick setup there?
I actually had a dyno quite a few times.
Okay.
Don't recommend getting it tuned.
No.
So had it, yeah. So I got it tuned a couple times, couple different people. Um, it ended up making at with the current setup, it made 430 to the wheel, and 420 torque to the wheel.
Nice.
Yes.
Like last night, real Teal Cobra, he
Hmm.
runs the Holly in it, and obviously, he
Yeah, he's moving.
races that thing.
Yeah.
So, and then with the ProM, I've talked to, my good friend Rob, he's got it, and other people that actually have it too. They really love it, and it's very user friendly and all that good jazz. So,
Definitely.
Ryan had asked, is that pulley a 6 rib pulley?
Yeah, it's still the small 6 rib pulley just for the
Okay.
base kit.
Gotcha, gotcha. And then 88 Junkyard says he's using the sniper on his 351. We got to say what's up to CJ Pony. They just hopped on. What's
How's it
up? What's
going?
up? And no, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I wanted to hop off to the side a little bit and talk about your business because
absolutely.
I was excited about this because I would say the majority of the people that are on now that have Mustangs, have cars and stuff like that, we're always trying to make sure our cars are super clean. And that's
Absolutely.
what you do. So I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about what you do. I know it's a detail, but what is that all about?
Yeah, so I've been detailing the last 5 years now. Started out doing it on the side and then working at my uncle's shop part time while I was working my regular 9 to 5. Um, Ended up just learning a lot from my uncle and then just kind of taking it and running with it, getting really interested in it, learning paint corrections, polishing, just starting to learn the chemicals and, you know, different paint, different chemicals. You could use, say polish A on this car, but you go to use polish A on another car, it's not going to give you the same result. Protection, yeah, just hydrophobics off the charts with it too. I mean, you pour water in it, it just falls right off. You can,
Wow.
like I said, I had the car waxed all the time and everything. Yeah, it beat up real nice, but this it just water just falls right off. It doesn't even bead.
Now I can see the results of it, and you have it done to your car. Would you
Hmm.
recommend it for us guys to do it? Like, is it something that because like I live on the East Coast and I don't drive my car in the winter, but the weather here is just like crazy and whatnot. And do you recommend to get it like once a year or?
Yeah, so most ceramic coatings I know last from 6 months to a year, and especially if it's garage kept, you're gonna get more life out of it. That's like my car sits outside all the time, so it's in the
Yeah.
elements nonstop. So it'll probably last about 6 months or so. Yeah, so I would recommend ceramic coating. So far, I'm super happy with it. Makes car washes a breeze. Everything
Yeah.
literally just falls off. You just bust out the pressure washer, blow it all off. Touch it turns into touchless washing now.
Wow. Oh, we got a
Yeah,
couple.
so
We got will ceramic coating impact the color in the future down the road?
no, actually, so basically it's just like a harder sealant. It's just a more protective. It's same as waxing your car. It's just protecting it, so it's not going to affect it. The only time you're going to notice a difference in it if it was installed incorrectly, and you'll see haziness and it won't be as clear, or you'll get highs and lows, little hash marks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So definitely, one thing when you're installing it, lots of light. Lots of
Like
light is key. You cannot have enough of it. Down, low, up, high, right in the middle. You need lights everywhere. Yeah,
all over it.
yeah, definitely.
And then Rob, this might be off the ceramic question, but what's up? Is this what's up with Sacramento and Fox Bodies doing crazy donuts all the time?
Hey, we like to drive our cars hard.
Oh, dude, it's called swanging, right?
Yeah, you gotta swing your shit, man.
I love it, man, dude. I watch those videos and I'm like, damn, I don't even know if I'm good enough to freaking drive like that.
Oh, it's fun. It's a blast. Definitely. Try to keep it. right now it's been pretty hot lately with the cops and everything. So everyone's just
Yeah.
staying home, trying to, especially the OGs with it. They're not really out there right now.